Greetings and welcome back to the Story of Man podcast. My name is André O Ferguson, and on this podcast we discuss topical issues affecting men in today's society. I choose my area of focus and my area of expertise is helping men to choose love. I truly believe that if we learn how to choose love, we can make a major difference in the social issues that affect us as men today. So my area of expertise and what I will be teaching and talking about on this podcast specifically is how men should learn how to choose love. Today's topic is about communication. And I want to focus on communication because as men, sometimes it's difficult for us to communicate with our spouses. A lot of the times it's because we don't really want to talk. A lot of the times it's because we're weary to talk. And a lot of the times we just want to sit quietly. Now, if you're like me and you have a wife like mine, she's always eager to find out, how can I help, baby? What's wrong? Is there anything wrong? And she just generally wants to have a conversation, which is nice, because I'd rather her want to do that than her not talk to me at all. But there's many times when I just simply do not want to talk. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not actually thinking about anything because men, ladies, in case you didn't know, men are very capable of sitting down and thinking about nothing. We can do that. That is a real thing. Just like you have female intuition, we have the ability to sit down and not think about anything. And that's not the only thing we can do that you can't do as well. And I'm sure there's other things that you can do that we can't do. But a lot of the times, ladies, just for clarity, if your partner, if your husband, if your boyfriend, if your man doesn't feel like talking, it's simply just that. He just doesn't feel like talking. There's no issue with you. There's no issue, there might not be any issue. Sometimes there will be. And I'm sure he will tell you if he loves you what that issue is, so the communication within a relationship is deeply important, but it's even more important that we as spouses, man and woman, learn to understand the different nuances that we have as men and women. Women like to communicate, they like to have their feelings heard, and they like to make sure that they're understood. So my brothers, this is for you. It is imperative that even when you are in those situations, or you might be a part of that day, it might be that part of the day when you don't feel like talking, when you don't feel like, you just want to chill, you just want to watch some football, or you just want to sit quietly, listen to some music or read a book or whatever the case may be. You just don't want to talk. It is important that you are able to kind of get yourself out of that mindset if your partner really wants to talk to you. Don't just fob her off and say, look, I don't want to talk. If she's desperate trying to talk to you about something that is important to her, you have to develop the kind of selflessness that is required so that she can feel like she can come to you at any time, any place, for anything. Again, this might be to require some work, some patience, some understanding, some effort on your side. But that is what you have to do as a loving, caring partner, as a loving, caring husband, as a loving, caring boyfriend, as a loving, caring man. Your responsibility is to make sure that she feels safe enough to come to you no matter what, at any time, at any place, at any given occasion. You have to give her that space, that freedom. You have to create that environment of safety and of, love, where she can feel like, I really understand that he doesn't always want to talk, and I appreciate that. But at the same time, he always works hard to give me his ear. He's always willing to listen. He's always willing to understand. He's always willing to counsel and to lead and to guide. Sometimes he's just always willing to listen, because sometimes, brothers, that's literally all you have to do. You just have to make sure that you're there for her. Make sure that she feels like you're listening and you're understanding, but not just sit there and go, yeah, man, yeah, while you're looking at your newspaper, or you're talking to her over your book, or you're looking at the TV like this side eye, and you're just kind of, no, you have to actively listen so you can understand. And that's where she will feel that connection with you, that love and that compassion that she needs to feel from you, that safety and security that she needs to feel, that, you know what, my partner actually really cares about what I think. He actually really cares about what I'm going through. He actually really tries to understand, and he actually is really patient with me when I just want to talk to him, when he just doesn't necessarily want to talk. And vice versa, my sisters. You also have to understand that your man doesn't always want to talk. We don't always want to talk. I, for one, will walk in the house and I'm quite happy to be quiet for 24 hours. I don't want to talk, but I live with somebody who wants to talk. I live with somebody who it's important to her to know that I am okay, and she will ask, and it's okay for her to ask. I'll give you a trick, guys. One of the things I do within my relationship is if I don't feel like talking, and if I am in a space where I just want to meditate on my thoughts, I want to process whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm thinking about, I will say that to my wife. I'll say, baby, you know what? For the next couple of hours, it's quiet time. We have a thing in our relationship where I say it's quiet time. And quiet time doesn't have a time limit. She will sometimes see me kind of move in a certain kind of way. I'm not saying much, and she'll ask me, baby, is it quiet time? And I'll say, yes, baby, it's quiet time. Or she might not know. I'm thinking about something. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to process it. And you know how we are, guys. Sometimes we need that time and space to just process our thoughts because, if you're anything like me, entrepreneurial, there's another idea, there's a problem that you're trying to solve, there's something you're trying to work out in your mind, and you just don't want any distractions, you don't want to have a conversation. I go to my wife and say, baby, it's quiet time. And that's all I have to say. And she will generally, 99.999% of the times, 100% of the times, if I'm totally honest, say, thank you for telling me that, baby. And she'll go away and she'll go do what she does, and that is where you need to get to. Open, clear communication, clarity, so that she doesn't have to try and work out if something's wrong and keep questioning you and pestering you. You're going to get annoyed because she keeps asking you what's wrong when there's nothing wrong, and you said there's nothing wrong, but you still look a certain way and she's not sure, and she's just trying to protect you and she's just trying to care for you, but you're getting annoyed because she's asking you all these questions, talking, and you're just like, just leave me alone. You can easily manage that by saying, baby, it's quiet time. Or you can easily manage that by saying, baby, I'm going to need some time to work out a few thoughts that I'm working on at the moment. There's nothing wrong. It's just something I'm trying to figure out, and is requiring some of my emotional and mental focus at this time. So for the next couple of minutes, when I'm done, I'll come back to you. You know what I mean? And she will truly appreciate that because you're considering her feelings as well. And that's the importance of communication. Don't just, listen for listening's sake so that she can stop annoying you. Truly listen, actively care, actively show concern and interest in what she's going through, in what she wants to tell you. And again, you might not necessarily be interested. It might be something that you genuinely don't care about. It could be your flowers, and you're not a farmer. You don't care about that stuff. Like me, I love flowers. I love farming. But, whatever is important to her should be important to you. And you need to make that clear to her. And if you're anything like me, I'll give you another tip. There's something else I do. If I ask my wife about her day, because I know how she is and she really wants to talk to me and she really wants to give me the ins and outs and every nook and cranny of her day, I'll say to her, give me the short version. And she'll go, oh, and she'll give me the short version, because over the course of our relationship, I've let her know that, baby, I consume information differently. So while, you might be talking to your mom or your friends, and that's really cool. You guys love hearing all the bits and pieces of the conversation or the day or the issue or whatever happened. You want to give them all of those little pieces. For me, I just want the big bits, the things that are important, the things that, I'm going to go, oh, okay. Those things. So that should generally take about 5 minutes, and my wife kind of knows that, just give me the short version, baby. And she'll give me the short version and we'll have a conversation about the short version. And she's happy because I'm interested in what she went through and she can summarize it for me. And I understand that, it's important for her that I am interested in what's going on with her. And she understands that it's important for me that she gives me the information in a way that I can palate it. There's no point you guys talking over each other and you guys giving information in a way that will not be received in the right way, and call it communication. Communication is something that you can both receive respectfully, with love, with compassion, with understanding, and with the care and the interest that is required of communication. I hope this has helped you today. This is my part of communication. This is my bit about communication. And again, I truly believe my responsibility as a man is to help men to choose love. Communication is one of the key aspects of love. Love is all about communication, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual communication. Whether you're talking or you're just sitting, it's all communication. As you know, 80% of what we communicate is non-verbal. So you also have to learn how to use your body, use your eyes, use your hands. All of that speaks. If you're talking to your wife like this, she's gonna know you're closed. So open yourself up and make sure that she understands that you're always open and willing to receive her with loving, caring arms. Again, my name's André O Ferguson. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this video. Please, if you like it, if you found it interesting, share it with somebody that you think it would benefit. Remember to like, subscribe to this channel for weekly updates on what I will be talking about as it pertains to the subject of love and of men specifically learning how to choose love. This is what I do. This is my mission in life. And I truly believe that if us as men learn how to choose love, we can truly transform our relationships. So until next time, enough love, enough respect, and remember, write your own story. Blessed love.